Hi guys, it's me. Okay, so about a week ago, if you've been following on Instagram, you will have seen that I salt cured some trout. Now, it's a very, very easy process, which I outlined on there. So if you want to go and have a look at Blue's Food on Instagram, it's there. Okay, but today it's actually finished the process. Now, what I wanted to show you guys was how I finish off that process and how we can just pack it up, and it's fine for months in the fridge, no problem at all. But one thing I did find out when I was learning to cure anything, the majority of recipes are from America, and they use something called kosher salt. Now, me being me, I had no idea what this kosher salt was, and I was a chef for 24 years, so I couldn't really figure it out, and I didn't really know what it meant, which annoyed me. And I didn't even think to look up on Google. Not until I'd gone through all the salt that I had. Okay, so I'm going to show you all the salt that I have. Okay, I have rock salt. I have grindable sea salt. Pink rock salt or Himalayan salt. I've got Malden sea salt for special occasions. And Tanny's personal favourite, iodized table salt. Okay. So I was like, oh, and the other one I have is black salt, but it's still in the cupboard, and I'm not going to go over there because I'm set up here for now. So, yeah. So when I finally did go to Google and have a look, I found out that the only type of salt that I don't have, or that out of all of the salts that I have, that isn't kosher, is the table salt. And that's because kosher salt is salt with nothing added. Okay? So in table salt, you've got things like anti-caking agents, you've got iodine, you've got all sorts of weirdness. It's not kosher. Okay? So, it's rock salt, sea salt, Malden, whatever you want to call it, pink Himalayan, pink salt, all kosher. Just not the table salt, because it's got stuff. We don't want the stuff. The stuff's not necessary. So, okay, I'm now going to show you the last stages of the curing of the trout, now that we got that out of the way. Okay, so this is the trout, and I cured this with rock salt, dried parsley and lemon zest. So, but it's been, and I've been turning it over for the last week in this briny mix, so it all gets completely properly done together. What we do need to do though is we now need to clean that. So it all needs to have the brine washed off. Brine a bit. 2 bits. And we're all good. Now it just needs to have a bit of a honey, what? Can you grab the kitchen roll off my table, please? Oops.
Not table?
Technical malfunctions.
What have you done?
Well, I didn't have the kitchen roll for a start. Okay, so all we want to do is we want to keep this patter dry. All of the brine has actually been working in that already, so it's no big to have rinsed off the excess brine off it because it's all soaked in, because it's all very stiff. It's not as pliable as it once was. Right, get rid of those bits. Put that one under there for a minute. Okay, now we get trout or salmon. Mostly I do this with salmon, okay? And we do that when at the supermarket they mark a whole salmon down to like a tenner or under, because then we can afford one. But this time they had a trout, and they had a half a trout for £4. So I said, thank you very much, we'll have one of those, and we're going to treat it like salmon because it's the same sort of flesh. It has its own flavour, which is why I didn't want to put anything like dill and anything too specifically overpowering on it. So yeah, what I'm going to do now you need to get yourself some grease proof, or some parts of the world it's known as parchment paper. It's nothing like parchment paper, just so you know. And or wax paper or whatever. And you want to wrap it. Okay? You wrap it like that, and we're going to put it in a clean container ready for the fridge. Okay, let's get another bit. Now, to buy smoked or cured fish, it's really bloody expensive, I'm not going to lie. For something you can do really simply and easily at home, that only takes you a couple of minutes to manage in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed, whenever you want to do it. Just to turn over in the brine. Okay, so there we go. Right, and that's it, done. It's all done. It's done, like a dinner. Now, you can use that now. Hang on a sec. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Okay, so now you can use that on things like, you can use that on sandwiches, you could use it on crackers, you could use it on a bagel, you could use it in something like kedgeree, you could use it in a stir fry, you could use it in noodles, you could use it in pasta, you could use it in whatever you want. But do remember this. It's cured in salt. Don't add salt to anything that you're going to cook with it. Okay, don't give yourself a nice little crack of Himalayan pink salt, or a flourish of the grey stuff, whatever. Don't do it. It's too salty. Okay, don't. All right, because no. Yeah. Just cut yourself some really nice thin slices. If you're worried about how to do that, I'm sure I'll be making something with it soon, because yum. Okay, and he's making balking noises, but we can ignore him because he has no taste buds. He's from Yorkshire. Okay.
Really? No taste buds, but those Yorkshire people make good pork pies.
Yeah, well, you got to be good at something.
Oh, you really want me to reply on that one?
All right, I gotta go now, guys. Before this develops into something really not so good. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.